Hey everyone, Lensman here and welcome back to Cuboid Outpost. This episode I'm going to do what I thought I was going to do last episode. So we're going to get into some industrial foregoing. Before we start, quickly, I did bring this down here and everything's all set up. So everything's working nicely. I don't think it's processing too much. This is the issue I want to tackle, and that's why I want to get into industrial foregoing. So if you remember when I looked at the silicon recipe, or how the ways of getting silicon. We had this one here, Material Stonework Factory. It's going to take us a bit of work to get here, but I really would like to get here. I don't want to keep burning quartz, because quartz we don't have a source for. There is no singularity for quartz, unless I'm running, I don't know, nether through a thing. This, soul sand. So while I did set up the soul sand semi-automation out there, I don't want to end up spending days and days having to run that process. So you can see here we've got 3 stacks in here at the moment. I'll just take all 3 of them. I'll put some more sand in there eventually, but I mean, yes, I could put another sand singularity on top of that and go from there, but you know, that's I don't see that as a proper fix, if that makes sense. Let me put a few things away. Cool. So let's look at, let's crafters away. Let's look at industrial. Oop, spelling. Industrial foregoing. Now there is a quest line for this, so let's pop the book open and follow the quests. About to show you how to make some more industrial grade machines. There's a definite process to these, and it can take a little while to get into it at first. But the machines will definitely prove to be extremely useful, so it's definitely worth persisting if you really want your quality of life to improve. Definitely, for definite. Excuse me, having a bit of an issue here. Okay, so and you'll need to do this if you ever want to see other people too, of course. Okay, cool. Well, you know, kind of want to see other people, but it is Minecraft, so generally the other people you'll see will be villagers. All right, so yep, cool. We've got that one. It just wanted a gold ingot. First thing it wants us to make is a pitiful pity machine frame. A pitiful machine frames. The machine frames to start off this part of your adventure have imaginatively been called pity machine frames and just require a bit of wood, some iron, and some redstone. So we should be able to jump over here to our crafting system and pick up a pity machine frame. Just need a block of redstone. Oop. Sworn I ran that through a compacting drawer. Maybe I didn't. Maybe redstone is not in compacting drawer. All right, so that's a pity machine frame. We are going to claim that, and I'm going to check that redstone one. No. Why would I have not done that? Doesn't make any sense. Compacting? I have one. Let's do it. It takes a moment. You, sir. Boop. Draw down. Put the draw down. P. Lock you. Unlock you. Nice. I'm going to take a moment. Apparently we've got seeds in there. Nice. Get out. Oh. Okay, cool. Done. We've got blocks now. Okay, so we now have the pity machine frame. Nice. Next step. Getting a little bit sidetracked. Sorry about that. We're going to need to make latex. So a lot of the machinery and technology we're going to be building will require a special kind of plastic. To create this stuff, you're going to need to go through a bit of a process. It's probably worth planning for automation here, as over time you'll need more plastic anyway. We need to make a fluid extractor. Let's make one of those guys. Where are you? It may be in the might be in some of the other ones. Block breaker. Block place that one there. For that, we're going to need one of these guys. And then we have a fluid extractor. 9 pity machine frames in that was decent. This is going to give us 1 to 3. And then, okay, in case you didn't know, getting latex is slow. Fluid extractors need to be placed facing a log. Have a look at the uses of fluid extractor to see the list, but the thing you should know is that different types of wood produce different amounts of latex, and acacia is king in this regard. When correctly positioned, the fluid extractor will very slowly start destroying the log placed in front of it, sucking out all of the latex and putting it into its internal tank. You'll very quickly notice that the fluid extractor runs quite slowly. There are a few ways you can speed this up. Firstly, you can use more than one fluid extractor. We're going to use 4. Secondly, while the fluid extractor doesn't require power, it does run marginally quicker with power supplied, so we'll supply some power to it. To complete this task, you just need a bucket of latex. If you're using more than one fluid extractor, it might be a good idea to make yourself something like a common black hole tank, which can hold 16 buckets. It's pretty small. And pipe the latex from your fluid extractors into the tank. That way you'll get your bucket full sooner. And you'll also have a buffer between your latex production and latex consumption later on. So, speaking of tanks, a black hole tank's cool, but the pity one can hold 64 buckets. If we go to tank, okay, it's not too bad. And the pity one's not terrible. We need plastic for it, but can't upgrade it either though. These ones you can upgrade. You can get 14 in a basic fluid and then upgrade it to 28. Ultimate's only 112. Doesn't matter either way, we can make one of these. It's not the end of the earth. All right, so what we're going to need is we're going to need a couple of things. And it does say to talk about automation. So let's look at refined storage. And we should have, I think it's the constructor that does it. So let me control click one of these guys and get that underway. Let's get this thing happening. We're going to need some fluid pipes. We should have some mechanical pipes here. Going to need a tank, as it says. Maybe just make the black hole tank. Just make pity one. Can I make it? Not really. Not really, he says. How many ender pearls do I have? 1. So no, it's a no. Let's make a couple of buckets of iron. And then here. And then one of them. Okay, so that's just a black hole tank in it. Obviously, that was a quest requirement. Oh, that'll be in the fluid handling line. Okay. So I need the constructor. Wherever you are hiding, sir. Constructor. Spelling is often good. Come on. Really? Really? Printed silicon's gone, is it? Could spawn I connected this up. Did I not run a cable down the wall behind it? That's cool. My derp. Let me get... I thought I ran the cable down the back. Probably ran the power in the back wall and forgot to run the other bit. So cable, good. Drop that down. It's obviously waiting for that to connect. Oops. Cool. Can I say constructor? Oops. One constructor. I do need 2 more fluid extractors, so let's get them underway. So just, oop, my bad. Need a couple of them. That going nuts. Let me guess that that is extracting the wrong thing. What's the bet? What's the bet that it is seeing this? Is blacklist. If I blacklist gold from here and diamond from this one, etc., etc., will that fix the problem? Because what I'm thinking is happening is that it thinks it can see them. Okay, so silicon, let's do that. Making quartz seeds. Can you not insert from the top? Oh no, it's working. Cool. And this one just can't seem to. And let's put diamond. Yeah, I hope that's all it requires, and it's not just being a bit derpy on me. I don't really want it to do anything silly. Seems to have settled. All right, so we've got the black hole tank. We've got some extractors. I'm going to use the constructor to make, to put the block down. So, got some pipes. Going to need a dual wave for the moment. Got my configurator. Okay, so this is becoming a bit of the automation area. So let's just try and set this guy up nearish. I'm going to put the tank down first, like so. And then we're going to put, what we're going to want is acacia in the middle. It's my acacia. Should be here somewhere. I may not have actually done the automation for it, in which case we can set that guy up. Oh, there it is. On an acacia log. My idea is to put the log here, and then the 4 extractors will work on top here. And look, it's already working. Like so. And hopefully they're all... I don't even know if he's facing the right way, to be honest. Let me get down underneath here. No, he's not. Of course not. Can you rotate? Can I maybe just break this guy? And place him again like this. Are you working now? Yes. Yes. Awesome. And of course you didn't. Why would anything work well the first time? Huh? Alright, so that's those 4. They're going to do their thing. We're going to need to put a constructor here. This guy is going to be taught acacia logs. I'll do that. So anytime that log breaks, he should actually place one down. And then we're just going to place the mechanical pipes here. This. And then set them to extract. Ooh. No, shift right click. Okay. So they're on extract. Good. And then we'll put maybe a fluid storage bus underneath here. I mean, we're going to need to move this latex. The next quest line should be along the lines of making the latex processing unit, right? So if we get one of these guys made up, while we're waiting for this to process, let's also get cables here. So let's run a cable from here across like this, and that should connect him up. And he should always place acacia logs. As soon as it breaks, it should place another one. So that hopefully I've remembered things right. But I mean, we can't do much more until we get a bucket of latex. And as you saw, that's sitting at 400. It's just on half a bucket. That's okay. Let's start prepping the next couple of items. One is the latex processing unit. This guy. So it's going to need the bucket of latex. We've got everything else, so we need a bucket of water. So let's grab some buckets. There's 2 buckets. Perfect. We want one to be water. And that's something else we probably need to do. What are fluid storage? Right. I don't think I need to specify fluid storage. I think I can just make a external storage. All right, 1 second. I will be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. Sorry about that. Let's quickly see here. I've got some more. I've got 2 external storages and some cables. What I'd like to do is, where is that water? Can I access? Is there a tank on that? If I place a tank on that water system, what I should be able to do is if I make another one of these again, it's just the pity black hole tank. No, I want a normal black hole. No, what was it called? Common black hole tank. 16 buckets. 14 buckets. It is what it is, right? I don't think I need 28 buckets of water. Let's go 14. So if I place this guy outside, I did accidentally leave the game running while I disappeared there for a second. It's going to be a little difficult to do this cleanly. I'd like to try and not have things here be terrible. Don't need that power there. If I take this one, if I put the tank there, pipe there, that should fill that up. Cool. All right, that's that problem. Let's put stuff back again. You can see I took that machine from there. I don't plan on using them out there. They will move. But what we'll do, and I will have to move all this stuff eventually. What I'm thinking is if I can put a storage bus on that guy, or a external storage, and turn it into a fluid storage, and then we just run cables for this. So okay, we've got cables running here. I'm thinking they're going to have to go in the floor at some point. 27 cables. Let's see what we can do here. Go down 1. Can't even fit in there. Let's pop it through the floor here. Be in line with this. This. Look at the end. Okay, and then run cable. Float. Cool. There. And connect it up. No, went one too far. Not really, actually. Let's get rid of that. Put that there. Nice. I will fill this in with stone. I'll probably replace the floor in here with stone. Okay, if they've now got that connected to the system, I should have water. Cool. By the same token, we could connect the latex up. But probably don't need... Actually, I don't know. What are the uses of latex? Uses. Okay, so it probably is useful. Put it in Dissolution Chamber. Oh no, that's latex, so we want... This turns it... Okay, no, that's cool. Let's just put... Let's head over here. Go back to what I was going to do in the first place, which was put a external storage on this tank, turn it into a fluid one, and then let's run cables underground here. I mean, either of these is just as slow as the other. I could speed up that guy, but... And I need more cable. Of course I do. You can have all that. Thanks. Cable. Can you craft me? Sure. Gonna need a bit of cable. It's gonna be used quite a bit. So you did see that quest now included... Can I have a bucket of water, please? Sweet. That's why I did the water, right? And that's why I'll do latex. Is one, we can pump latex out, and two, you know, I can export it from the system. So once we get this connected up, once I get my cable, ooh, hello game, don't click off the screen. That's not smart. Not smart at all, Lens. Let's get this connected. Okay, so we should now have latex in the system too. Nice, and that'll hold 16 buckets. So then our next options... Now this did say it can run faster with power. Do I run power over there? I do have power in the wall, right? Got a couple of advanced cables left. That's something I haven't taught the system how to make, is cable. That Mac cable. You do that, and then potentially this one, please. And then I'll have to teach the other materials. Can I get... I mean, I've got 5 more in there. That might be enough. Can I get another 10, please? Okay. Gives me 16 because it crafts lots of 8. I should have thought about that. Behind this wall is power. Let me get rid of that torch for a moment. Torch can go on the front of that machine. If I dig back here, we should have power. Cool. So if we go further forward, if I run connected and then bring one to there, and then the other one actually has to come to here. Exactly sure where I needed to connect that to. But it needs to go there, and I need to somehow find the corner. Nice. Again, messy but connected. So that should pump a bit quicker. I don't probably need it to be super quick, but I do need the power to come around the wall here because I'm going to place the latex processing unit down over here. Okay, so talks about now that you have a supply of latex, you can build yourself a latex processing unit, which we've just done. Latex processing unit's function is to consume latex and water, and with a bit of power, produce tiny dry rubber pellets. You can bucket in both latex and water at first, but it's probably be worth piping them into the unit instead to automate the process. Steady supply of water, you could consider using a water condenser, an aqueous accumulator, or a sink. So what I could do is I do have water in the system, right? So I could grab this guy and 2 exporters. Select exporter, please. I have 2 of them. Whole bunch of crafting gets done. Can go away. You and you and you. You. Oh, that's 1. That's the 2 there. Select the right thing. Okay. I take this guy. Again, this is going to be in the wrong spot. I bring the power out here. Okay, so he needs the 2 fluids. So if we do our exporters, and we potentially do 1 here and 1 here. Rotate it. We can have you doing Latex. Right. And this one doing okay, and then just some cable. And again, I'll try and tidy things up a little bit later. Yeah, I will put a floor in, so I won't make it super broken. That should be getting power, latex, and water. And it'll just be pumping it from the tanks as it gets it. Now you can see another bucket just left. And it will slowly make tiny dry rubber. All I need then is a way of bringing the tiny dry rubber in. So I'll probably just put a storage bus because it can hold quite a lot. So you got like 9 stacks of 64. So if I just make another storage bus, it's night time, of course it is. There we go. 1 more external storage. Thank you. Super fast, but fast enough, right? We head down here. I pop the external storage on there and then cable it. Hello, cable it. Come on. We should now be able to access the tiny dry rubber. Type in tiny. There it is, tiny dry rubber. Awesome. So this requires us close. We want tiny dry rubber. It wants 9, so I can go tiny, Tioni apparently, tiny, sweet. And then I'm assuming it wants you to make this. Cool. So I'll get a bonus here of tiny dry rubber. You'll probably need to leave your latex processing units and everything that comes before it running for a while to get a decent supply of tiny dry rubber. As soon as you have 9, you're ready to move on. I strongly recommend using something like a chest or a storage drawer as a buffer for your tiny dry rubber to accumulate in so that later on it's available when needed. Look, as I said, you've got 9 stacks of it in the machine. So putting a storage bus on it, for me, is probably the best option. Dry rubber is made by crafting together 9 tiny dry rubber pellets. Do this manually in crafting table, you want to automate it. Anyway, we're not going to at this point. I'll make the system automate this recipe. And then the last thing we need is to make plastic, is to furnace it. So let's make 2 quick recipes before we wrap up today. One is the dry rubber, like so, and that's just a regular pattern. And then the other one is the use of dry rubber, which is a processing pattern to do this. So this one goes in here. This one goes in here. Cool. I pop those items back in here and potentially them. The next quest line wants a piece of plastic. So if I say, can I have a piece of plastic, please? It will have furnace it and give us some plastic. Nice. So that's pushed through that quest line, and now there's a couple of other machines that we're moving into, and there's some other stuff that's just unlocked. So this one here is to make the dye mixer. Make any other color dye. So dye mixer is probably doable. Sulfur dust? I think I've dealt with this before, right? Sulfur dust. That's why I made a pulverizer. Made a pulverizer. It's random pulverizers hanging on from the ceiling. You are slow. You are super slow. Wow. All right, so dye mixer. This guy. So we're going to need a gold gear. You, and then we just need 3 sulfur. 2. The third one. Oop. Nice. 1 dye mixer. Cool. A block placer. So we're going to need 3 droppers, I think. Let's have a look. Change this to block placer. Okay, let's make 3 of these. It'll make some plastic for me. Give it a second to craft it. There we go. 1 block placer. And then the Dissolution Chamber. Okay, that's not terrible. Let's see. Dissolution Chamber. We need a diamond here. And then I can just control click this. It's going to make me a chest and the plastic I require. 1 Dissolution Chamber. Nice. I'm going to get a second one apparently. And then a simple machine frame is made in the Dissolution Chamber. It requires a pity machine frame, 2 bits of plastic, 2 nether bricks, 2 iron ingots, and a gold gear. It also requires 250 millibuckets of latex. So this is the other reason that I pushed the latex into the system here, because I can then export to these guys, the Dissolution Chamber. So I will probably set up the Dissolution Chamber similar to this guy here, because I'd like to put a crafter on it. I think I can do this here. Probably enough. If I put, not the dye mixer, this guy here, potentially we can get a few sides to it. I can put a crafter on top, I can put a storage bus or external storage underneath, etc., etc. And a fluid exporter. We can push the stuff we need into it. But yes, it will be something I need to get moving. So we're going to need, I don't know, I don't know if they export. I clicked on that one. Export. I don't know if it will export from the machine itself automatically. Can I have? I am getting a few little weird things happening occasionally. It won't let me extract items, and I'm not sure why. Not the ME one. So in this case, we will put a crafter on the top. I'll rotate that guy. And then we'll put probably the fluid export here with latex. Right, and then we'll work on how to make it import. So I might put an importer on this side. Probably be the best way. Anyway, that's something I'm going to play around with in between, just so we can get things up and running. I'm going to need patterns and stuff, so like machine. So the simple machine frame, if I do this, if I actually go up here and do a simple machine frame, Hello, I've lost it. Oh, it's not working. There. I'll do that. And remove. Cancel this out. Is it shift? Yes, shift click. So I do this. I need some more patterns though. You craft me just at least one pattern. Just give me a pattern. If I do this, and then I'll need to teach it gold gear and stuff, but this should enable me to automatically craft. Cool. Then all we need is cable. It'll slowly get latex. I could probably up the speed at which it's working. This is working nicely though. I could probably up the speed at which it's importing into it, or make it go into here first. So let's do that actually. Actually, can I? Is there no priority on these? Always thought there was a priority system on storage clusters. That's fine. Anyway, gone overboard. Wrapping up point. We've got some latex happening. We've got a thing to make plastic, and now we have the ability to make the next level frame for industrial foregoing. Next episode, we will jump back in and we will do more in this space, because there is, I was trying to get my book out there, there is a bit more to do here. This one here will actually lead, it opens up the slaughterhouse and access to other machines in Appendix D's industrial forbidding. So we've got Appendix D down here. There's this one here, which has all the other machines that we need. But the slaughterhouse is there, and that it opens up this side. And this is where we need to go. We do need pink slime. I do want to get into the material stonework factory. It'll be one of these ones in here somewhere, maybe, or it may just be down in here. But definitely want to get the material stonework factory, because I want to make the silicon. There it is there. I want to make the silicon from cobble, pretty much, instead of spending all my quartz on it. All right. As I said, wrapping up point. Thanks everyone for watching. Comments down below. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye now.